Heya, this is Sydney, and I am here to talk us through it for Friday, April 11th, 2025. It is Venus's day, and she is almost direct in Pisces. This is the last full day of her being retrograde, which is great. We are ready. But one of the things that I do notice about this chart for today is that we have a lot of working sextiles, right? So we have Uranus is sextile Mars, Uranus is sextile Mercury, Saturn, and Venus. So it brings an element of surprise and inspiration, and it's almost just like a little bit of an electric feeling, the ability to be able to change, right? This is the change bringer to all of these things. So I do think that this is, you know, with the active sextiles in general, I think that for this whole week, like, things are changing, and we are just kind of along for the ride. Now, Friday in particular doesn't have a lot of aspects. I found that really curious. The moon is now in Libra, and we will have a trine to Pluto in Aquarius very early in the morning, 1:32 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So really, like, maybe some of the East Coast is up and awake and getting going, but there is a allowance here for a sense of like depth and emotional processing that is happening. So hopefully we're just doing that in our dreams, because we had so many kind of cranky, frustrating awareness aspects in the previous days. So now we're able to kind of go deep inside and to know what we're feeling and how we want to go forward. This is also a bit of like emotional intensity, and you know, she's gonna have that just for a few hours. No big deal, usually. 10:02 a.m. we have a moon quintile Mars aspect, which is, you know, you wake up kind of feeling, or in the middle of the morning, you're feeling kind of like competitive, like, I'm gonna go and get this done. You know, this is like the inspiration and talent to like really kind of move forward with like your desires and your needs and your habits. Like, I like that aspect. We do need to remember, though, that Mars is in Cancer. He doesn't like being there. And he also doesn't necessarily love that the moon is in Libra, because that is also a sign of his detriment. So this could be, you know, feeling competitive, not for a good reason kind of thing. Could be. We'll see. 2:29 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have the moon in Libra sesqui-square Uranus and Taurus. Now, when both planets are ruled by the same planet, Venus and Pisces, this is a term called engirdled, which what a weird word, engirdled. But it's like they both have the same Lord, but they have kind of different needs, right? The moon in Libra has a need to connect and be social, you know. There's things about politeness and political correctness and justice. And Uranus in Taurus really wants to smash up things that were once secure, including like finances and relationships and our sense of stability and things around, I think I said money, but with the sesqui-square, this is an aspect of churning internal frustration that really doesn't get worked out. So even though they have maybe the same goal in mind, they have different ways of doing it. One wants to kind of smooth things over, and the other one says Hulk smash. So I think that there is deep kind of disquieting, especially around things that have to do with relationships, money, value, talent, essential needs, things around subjects of women. It's not the best aspect to kind of like hang out with on a Friday afternoon, but I'm really hoping that we can kind of use that jump start of the moon trine Pluto to kind of give us a working way through and in for the day. And as a reminder, Venus is going to go direct tomorrow, and it is also a full moon tomorrow. So I think, with the full moon kind of forming, right? It's at the very last bits, the last day before the full moon, things are coming up, things are kind of boiling up to the surface to be like released, for us to be aware of, for us to say, okay, now I have this and I can go forward in this way. And so we could all just be feeling really kind of uncomfortable in our skin on this day, right? And one of the things about full moons is like people can be feeling pretty loony, right? Lunatic came from the word, applies to things having to do with the moon. Sorry, my brain is like doing the Mercury and Pisces thing. Luna meaning moon. These are people that are crazy during the moon time, right? I think that there's something here around really feeling that same aspect from the previous day of feeling emotionally overwhelmed now goes into this fullness aspect where we feel like we're just ready to burst. And we're feeling like we're not quite there yet. I think this is like feeling like we're on the edge of a precipice, right? Before things can really go. So try to stay regulated. Try to stay comfortable. Remember that there are other perspectives to be taken into consideration, and the moon in Libra should definitely try to see both sides of the story before going one way or the other, trying to find a sense of harmony and security in there being a balance, right? There being a harmony to everything, there being a beauty in how we are connecting with others. Try to remain in that space even though we're probably feeling some sort of way. Okay, that's Friday. I will see you tomorrow for the full moon. Don't forget to write down your intentions on what you want to release. You can start writing those down tonight. All right, take care.
Hey, thank you for listening to today's Astro Weather with me. I'm Sydney. As a reminder, I'm always open to seeing both new and my beloved returning clients. My website is ddastrology.com. That is D as in dog, astrology.com to check me out, and just click the email buttons in order to schedule with me. If you're into a more conversational feel with your podcast and content, I have a podcast called BS Astrology with my fellow Mercurial Mommy Bender, and we put out episodes every Sunday for the week. Just search BS Astrology on YouTube or wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts, including Spotify, Audible, and more. Have a good day.